I would love to touch on, so you and I have created a really, really fun protocol of waters. Should we call it a protocol? We've created a really good series of waters. So I am conducting my 6-week High Watt Live energy clearing experience in early 2021. And each week I'm going to go over what I consider kind of one of the 6 biggest blocks. Like anyone who's stuck and trying to move to the next level of their life, these 6 blocks are always, always, always present for most people. And so I'm covering those, and you and I have developed some waters to go with each week. So I'm super excited for those. Can you talk about what that process is like for you, or your experience of creating those waters and what you feel is coming when we use those waters?
Yeah, it was really fun. I actually have them right here with me. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
waters like, sitting right here. Yeah, I have them. It was really cool because I love working this way. Like, I make formulas for all kinds of things all the time.
Uh-huh.
And one of my favorite ways to do that is like with your enthusiasm and like your intent, like it was you and I, like talking about your intention with this program and what you want people to move through, right? So the way that I was working with you was like I'm listening and feeling the frequencies of what you're going to do, because you were kind of walking me through like true desires was the first.
Right.
That
In
was
in week one,
fun.
we're going to be talking about, because one of the biggest blocks for people is, you don't actually know what you want. You've been programmed to believe that you should want something, or you have blocks to knowing what you want because you've been told all your life that you should want XYZ. Some people have an energy of like they've forgotten what their desires even are because they just want something, so they're willing to settle. So it's like their true desire might be a partner like this, but now they're just like, oh gosh, I've been lonely for so long and all these things, so just give me someone with a pulse and we're good. So they've lost their desire. And the thing
Right.
is that you're a vibrational, whatever you're a vibrational match for is what you're going to pull in. And so you might as well just hold the vibration of what you really, really desire, because you're actually more likely to pull that in. You're probably going to have a better time pulling in the actual partner you want instead of the person you're going to settle for, right? So
Right.
in that
Right.
first week, we're going to clear all the distortion to knowing what you actually want and getting and being able to stand in your true desire. And then that first week, that water embodies the vibration of what are my actual desires. It helps you get
Yeah.
clarity.
Yeah, like so when I listened to everything like you were wanting to do with that particular week
Yeah.
and examples of what you wanted to clear. So I was like dialing up the frequency of true desire, like parting the waters, right? Like
Right.
clear the blocks, like whether it's stuff imprinted that you picked up when you watched a movie and fell
Right.
asleep to it, right? Or what your great great grandmother thought should be the desires of everybody in the family line, and
Right.
that gets passed down in the DNA, whatever, right? There's so many ways we pick up this information, and then we might lose a little bit of discernment over like what
Right.
is my desire, or even like the desire of my 5-year-old self
Right.
is different. Like maybe I wanted to run a zoo when I was 5, and
Right.
I don't now, and I don't know the difference between what I want to do with my life when I'm 25, because that energy is still kind of clouding things out, right?
Right.
So this is designed to help really bring a clarity to that.
Yeah.
Like, this is my desires.
Right.
This is what I want for my life versus that. So it like, we're always manifesting
Yeah.
anyway, right? Like, so why not manifest what's your true self is aligned with, right? Like
Right.
is this. So
Bottled up the vibration of your true desire, right? Not what you think is going to make you money, right? Not what you think is going to get you what you desire, right? Because I tell this story all the time. I recently found a book I read when I was in my early 20s, and it had in one of the exercises was writing down what your goals are before the age of 30. And for me, it was like, okay, go to this law school, get these grades, make partner by whatever age. And I'm like, I didn't actually want those things. I wanted them because I thought it was going to get me abundance and comfort and the type of lifestyle I wanted. I didn't want those actual things. Those weren't my true desires. Those were a means to the end. So we want to get in touch with what the end is for us, the true desire, because you can manifest that and pull that into your reality in anyway, really. And so, you know, a lot of times we think it's those means that are our desires, and it's really the end that we want to tap into. So I'm excited for that water to help ground the energy in. It's going to be so magical. I could not be more excited about bringing these formulas into that experience.
I know, I love it because I feel like, you know, the way that you have it laid out, you know, where we made one for each week.
Right.
And so it's like, I think it's gonna just like it's done in the past where you've worked with them, except these were made specifically for this, but
Right.
it's going to bring everything to the surface so that when people are there to work with you, they're gonna move through that so much easier, and then they can continue to build on that afterwards too. You know, it's like
Exactly.
calling up that resonance again, like when the program is done
Right.
and they're still working with the tools that you gave them, you know, they can like have something tangible to bring that tangible visceral reminder in and flow their energy towards that, you
Right.
know, after they're done with the program.
Right. Because again, to pull in the life you want, you have to be a vibrational match. And you want to be a vibrational match to your true desires, not the programming. Right now, in every moment, everybody is a vibrational match to what is showing up right now, right? And the issue for a lot of people is that what's showing up right now is matching up to the vibrations that are dormant, and the programming and the conditioning and all the junk. So this water is going to help you get in touch with what you truly, just as a soul, want to experience, when there's no rules on that, you know. Just
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go through the program with you.
yes.
Like, I'm excited for it. You know, I can't wait to see like what I create with this group. And like, just because we are still in the pandemic too, I'm curious about what's gonna come up around that for people because, you know, I think like you were saying, part of us were like, we just want it to be over.
Right.
Right? And it's like we're almost like, okay, we'll settle for here
Right.
because we're here, you know,
Right.
like we can't go where we want to go and do the things we want to do and see who we want
Right.
to see. So we're like, I just want to be able to just have this. But
Right.
is that really what we want? You know,
Right.
what do we really want? You
Right.
know?
Let's not keep putting our energy on like what we don't have and where we are now. We got to put our energy on where we want to go. And so not only is it helpful for a group of people to get their energy together and do that, but it's really, really helpful when a powerful group comes together. And the people doing this program are really, really powerful reality creators. So that's
Yeah.
really exciting to me. And that's the first one we're doing. And then the last one, the last week in week 6, the block that we cover in week 6 is you don't know what's possible, right? Because
Yeah.
again, and then, yeah, so the water is called true possibility, right? I talk all the time about how, 10, 15 years ago, I didn't even know energy healing existed on this planet. How could I have ever known as a kid or a young 20 something to set my sights on that? I didn't even know it existed, right? There are professions that you don't know exist. There are partners that you don't know exist. There are things available from the people you want to create, from new friend groups. There are people available you don't even know are out there. There's a caliber of human that is so fit for you that you might not even think is possible. There are opportunities, and especially in 2020, I mean, and beyond 2021, especially moving forward with the world we live in, new professions are created every single day, right? I mean, 10 years ago,
Yeah.
influencer, right? What was an Uber, right? There are so many possibilities. And so some of the things that what we want to do in that last week is just blast people off into that, getting into that vibration that anything is possible. And when anything is possible, then you can truly find that vibrational match in a partner, in a home, in family dynamics, in your life purpose or your career. There's things you don't even know are possible. So first you have to open up to the fact that absolutely anything is possible. And then what'll happen is that whatever you're a vibrational match for, is a new possibility will create itself that's in line with you. So once we've cleared all of this stuff throughout weeks 1 through 5, you're not standing in your power, you don't know your true value. What else is there? There's
Oh, action. Take,
you're not taking bold action, or you're not making a bold choice.
guidance.
And then you're not following your guidance, or you're not feeling guided. So once we clear through all that, then you're going to be a vibrational match for whatever is is coming for you and whatever's available for you. And so that last week, that possibility, that blasting off into anything being possible,
Mm-hmm.
then you really get to become a vibrational match for whatever it is. And I can't even, I mean, I will go into this in the program, of course, but I've worked with so many people who things came out of the sky that were just that they just wouldn't have ever thought of. I had a woman in her 50s, as we just started clearing the blocks, she started getting um, offers to model, right? So offers to do modeling, and she started making these little greeting cards. Like just she went to a class and started making these watercolor greeting cards, and she posted one on her social media, just, hey, arts and crafts day or whatever, and a bunch of people reached out to buy them. So she started making them and selling them, and they gained a lot of popularity. And it's just like, you don't know what's possible, but when you're in the vibration that anything's possible, then you just kind of follow your joy and you follow your guidance and you stand in your power and you know your value. Everything lines up. And so the content of this 6-week program, it used to be a live event, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, when we could leave our houses and when we could gather in large groups, I collected people flew in from all over the world, and they came to a 2-day event where I covered all of these 6 blocks. And people would leave and they would go to their regular lives and they would just be shifted. I mean, they would get clients out of nowhere, windfalls, improved relationships, all kinds of things open up because their energy was available for them to open up. We clear so much blockage through the course of these 6 blocks. So I'm just really excited to bring it in and do it virtually over a 6-week period so that people can also be just kind of hooked onto that manifestation vortex. We all get in the vibration together of, okay, all this stuff is going. I'm in my power. I'm standing in my value. Anything's possible. I'm now clear on my desires, and I'm going to make a bold choice when I need to. As all of those ingredients come in, there can't be another reality other than the one that you are most aligned with on just a soul level. Obviously everyone is responsible for their own actions and choices and their own vibration. And so clearing these 6 blocks and getting clear on what you really truly desire, these really give you a big jump start, and they really kind of get you kind of in the vibration of, all right, what's most aligned for me. So I could not be more excited that the waters are added in this time. And so thank you so much for doing it. Was really fun to make them too, especially that last one, that possibility water.
Yeah, I know it was this is like exactly what you're talking about is my life, because I've done so much of this work with you too. Is like, if you told me this was going to be my job like years ago, like
Right.
I get to hang out with you, right? And talk about these concepts of helping people really get clear, aligned, and create awesomeness in their life. Like, and it's just fun to do. Like, I
Right.
didn't know that was going to be a possibility for me. And it was like really fun to make these with you. And I've done enough of this now to know like what's going to happen.
Right.
Like, I get to see like the results of this with people and get their feedback enough to know like it just seems to really help people flow through what they want to create. So I'm so excited to see what people do with this.
Me too. And I'm really excited that you're going to be in the program too. So
Yeah, me too. Me too.
awesome.